The Constitution of the United States of Illinois, or United States of America and of the state of Illinois, you know what they are? They're a piece of paper. You can take them, crumble them up, throw them in the trash. Doesn't change anything. Because you know where it lives? Right here. That's where it matters. If you don't keep it alive there, no piece of paper ever means anything. When Darren and I got that ruling on July 2nd, 2020, I knew then, Darren and I talked about it, as much as I know now, that unless the people of this state stood up and said, we're done, it wasn't going to end. It wasn't going to end because they wanted to keep you safe. We're going to keep you safe from a virus.
Pandemic.
I ask the question of you, who keeps us safe from government? Right? I am more concerned about executive fiat and a governor, not Democrat or Republican, I don't care. A governor who thinks he's going to lead you to keep you safe. I'm more concerned about that than a virus. In the long run, there is a greater threat to our pillars of foundational institutions by letting a governor do what he was never authorized to do. Good intentions or not don't matter. I would have the same conversation with you if it was Governor DeSantis, if I would with Governor Pritzker, because we can't allow executive officers to exceed their constitutional or statutory authority. It's dangerous. And so I started pushing back on behalf of small business owners, on behalf of thousands of parents and children. For the next 2 years, I fought, because I needed the people to know that there was hope. And if they just stood up, we could take this state back. So we ended up, and before I get to February 2022, I want you to know, remember in July of 20, I told you a judge issued a ruling on behalf of Mr. Bailey, governor doesn't have the power. A different judge in August of 2020 in Sangamon County issued a ruling that said Governor Pritzker does have the power to make your children wear a mask in school. Do you know who that judge was? Judge Raylene Grishow. You might have heard her name. And I'm telling you this because this is the biggest point I can give you. Roll around to February 2022. We're in the same courtroom with the same judge, Judge Raylene Grishow, arguing the same issue about does the governor have the power to force your children to wear a mask and for your teachers to be vaccinated or tested. We argued for 4 days. 20 or 30 lawyers on that side, and the kid that came from nothing out of the trailer park on the other side. And from the streets I grew up in, that was a fair fight. And the judge ruled the governor doesn't have the power. He's exceeding his constitutional and or statutory authority, and he's engaging in the evil that the law was intended to protect the people against. And as a result of that order, we now have over 3 million kids in this state who are not being forced to wear a mask and harming their education and their mental health. Did the judge's ruling accomplish what I just told you? No. Same judge, 16 months apart, issued 2 different rulings. Governor has the power, governor doesn't have the power. The facts didn't change. The law did not change. What changed? Say it louder.
The people.
You're dang right, the people changed. And when the people move, government follows or they get run over. Because an informed and an educated and a participating people is the most powerful weapon on the planet. You just have to have the courage to wield it. And that's what happened. When the judge on February 4th issued that ruling, ladies and gentlemen, the people didn't sit in fear anymore. Within 2 days, 200 school districts went fully mask optional. And within a week, over 700 of them in this state went fully mask optional. And those babies weren't wearing those masks anymore. Because the mamas stood up. The mama bears stood up. The babies stood up. I have videos of little kids this tall walking in school saying, I'm not putting that mask on anymore because the judge and Mr. Devore said I don't have to. And they put them in the gymnasium. They put them in, I saw kids in closets. I saw them in the cafeteria. You know what? They didn't yield. And these school districts gave in because people came for them. That's how it's supposed to work. You're not domestic terrorists. You're patriots. That's what happened. That's the only reason I'm standing here today, is because I saw the courage of the people that I've been trying to get motivated for 2 years. Just please stand up and do it. That's all it took. It wasn't me giving some Johnny Cochran legal analysis to shock the world. It was the same arguments I made 16 months prior, but the people were there. And everybody knew it. So what can I do as Attorney General to help keep that momentum that I saw on February 4th going? What can I do? What can your Attorney General do? They can do a couple of things. There's many, but I want to give you a couple. Whoever the governor of the state of Illinois is, if I'm your Attorney General, I will call them on the phone and make a promise to you. And I will tell them, don't ever issue another mandate against the people of this state again. Because I will not be your friend. I will be your enemy. Because I represent the people, not the politicians. And you don't have to worry about that with Mr. Bailey, but I've already told him I had to call you because I'm telling people I'm calling you. What else can we do? Government has to work the way that it was set up. The founding fathers of this nation were the most knowledgeable people about how government should work that have ever lived on this planet. They knew it. Your legislature has failed you, ladies and gentlemen, the last 2 years. They're more responsible for the suffering of our people than the governor was. And that's saying something, because I got no use for him. What can we do about the legislature? How can the Attorney General make them work for you? Here's one thing for you. Track every campaign contribution made to every politician, both Democrat and Republican, from every special interest group. And then